Well, Charlie, what do you think?
It's going to be exciting jump off. You know, it's interesting, the order of go. We have a lot of the experienced riders at the beginning, and we have some young guns coming at the end that have proven they can go fast from the first round.
Well, this is a man who's proven again and again that he can go fast. If Carrots Blue Movie is going to be on his side, he does bring forward 4 faults, but he could now stay on 4 faults. And if he's fast, that could really move him up for anyone who has an unlucky rail here in the second round. Rowan Willis, Blue Movie for Australia, will show us the way. Just to remind you, his total faults being shown there is for this round only, but Rowan does have 4 faults in the competition. A little bit like the eventing, they're bringing forward the faults from the earlier phase.
Gallop, sorry. This is a long gallop to fence 6.
Now, what do they do at this sort of pace on what was already a difficult line?
He shaped the 9 strides there and now went inside. I think we're going to see a variety of numbers there to the combination.
There's his heads on his way home. She just got it.
I think the shoe?
Shoe or an overreach boot?
Yeah, just scared the horse just a bit.
Real drama there. Very, very lucky. I hope Rowan and Carrots are all right, but we're very lucky that just the in-gate was clear enough that they could get safely back up. In any event, 47.76 with a 2-round total of 4. Just looking again, as Charlie said, 9 strides down here to this blue-grey double. The sort of stained glass windows wings.
We might see a 7, I think, there, maybe with Shane Sweeten.
Well, interesting that world number 4, McLean Ward, that's where he heads to in the ring, just looking at that fence, just checking the angles, checking the relationship between 7 and 8. He gets the tone, he'll start his round. So if we're on a 0 score by the end of this, there's nothing Rowan can do to eventually take the win, but he can't have done very much more. Remember his time, 47.46 in this round as well.
Clever. Sweeping turn. There's the 7.
So now he's neck and neck faults-wise with Rowan Willis. It'll come down to that time, 47.46. Now as a time check, McLean was jumping the Haggard fence at 17-18 seconds. He comes home a good bit faster. Of course, he did the 7 strides down to the blue-grey double. 46.93, so that is the leader at the moment, but it is on a 2-round total of 4 for McLean Ward. So anyone who's double clear can of course beat McLean at the moment, but if anyone's in trouble or wants to be amongst the fastest of the rounds we've seen so far, they need to be jumping the Haggard at 17, rising 18 seconds.
Here's our defending champion.
Absolutely defending champion now. He wasn't the fastest by any manner of means of the clears earlier on, but a less experienced horse than he had last year, not only in terms of its own career, but also the time it's been with Connor. But inevitably, this man is incredibly competitive, and he is incredibly fast, naturally so. So Connor Swale and Castorano. Goes all the way back behind what was the last fence of the first round to wind up and have a good long run at this first on the second round course. There's there's a little game to play for Connor, because if he can be just fast enough and double clear, he could put a lot of pressure on people chasing him who have the potential to be faster, but by being faster they have a cheap rail. Oh.
Last minute adjustment, I think he chose the 8 there.
Yeah. Similar time, 27-28 into the double. It's going to be a shade slower than those we've seen so far, but he is double clear. Connoisseur and Castorana, is it enough? Has he really, in a time of 48.79, put enough pressure on everyone else? Or are there faster double clears to be had from the remaining field? We've only seen 3, but Connoisseur leads at the moment. Just seeing a second look here. Castorana was turned so short into that fence, he was like, really? And Connor was like, yes, really.
Sign of a great athlete and 2 great athletes.
Well, Connor gave us our very, very first clear round. This man, just a couple of horses later, gave us our second. Rodrigo Pessoa with Quick Step. Quick Step only in his barn since about the time of the National Horse Show, where they ended up very good with that double clear, finishing 6th in the jump off there. And since then, of course, their relationship will have built and grown, especially as Rodrigo's a huge supporter of the Wellington International Winter Equestrian Festival, and will have jumped his whole string there through the whole 3 months.
Interesting, choosing rightly defense 1.
Putting quite an extreme angle on the Great American. They're all feeling that they'll turn inside the Haggard podium.
This is where they have to go.
It's not quite as fast as McLean, but it is still clear. So it could be quite nip and tuck. No, it goes. The Sterling Equestrian goes. So Connoisseur remains our leader. The time will decide where Rodrigo sits amongst those 4 falters, Rowan Willis and McLean Ward. McLean should be faster, 46.93. .27 is the time coming through for Rodrigo, so that is going to be the 3rd best of our 4 falters. So Connoisseur leads. Rowan Willis moving up 1 place, you would say, so far, having been 10th after round 1. He's up into a minimum of 9th. The jumping continues after this break. Just incredible night sky here as the sun starts going down over the bluegrass. Jess Mendoza, ICAP CLZ for the British Championship and Nations Cup rider. Lands and travels well down here to the Haggard. Competitive time, 18 rising 19 seconds. Our fastest really has been McLean Ward, who was there between 17 and 18 seconds.
Now she's got to go.
48.79 is what leads for Connoisseur on the double clear. If she leaves everything standing, can she be faster than that? She's got a very, very good chance. It's about the distance to these timers after the last. It's close. She's behind. 49.67, 2nd place. Connoisseur leads. So we've seen half the field, 2 double clears, Connoisseur, and now Jess Mendoza holding the top 2 spots with a 0-0 score. 4 over the round for McLean Ward, 4 over the rounds for Rowan Willis. Rowan's from the first round, and Rodrigo also on 4 over the 2 rounds of jumping. Up into what was our top 5 as we welcome forward Shane Sweetnam. Shane with James Kahn Cruz for the Gizmo partnership.
Just showing him that tricky double combination. I think we're going to see some speed here. One less.
Yes, it's not just speed, it's about the length of stride that these big, consistent, established Grand Prix horses can have at their disposal. 18, 19 seconds.
How's it go? How's it go? Go.
Shane Sweetenham, James Kahn Cruz, 48.79 to beat.
Go.
Surely he's there. Not as much as you'd think, but it's enough. 48.03. An Irish 1-2 at the moment, but Connorswell won't defend his title in the Invitational. James Kahn Cruz and Shane Sweetenham will finish top 5 guaranteed. At the moment, they are the leaders.
And the crowd really giving it their all there.
4 left to go. Colombia's Roberto Terran. It's another horse that can be very quick against the clock. This is
again, James Kahn Cruz, already with so many achievements under his belt and just 10 years old. Shane, who loves competing here in the horse park because he has the Spy Coast facilities here just nearby to be his base when he's here in Lexington. Be a lovely victory for that team here in the horse park if it could come together. Roberto Terran-Tefour, though, would like to take it his way with his World Championship horse, Desutov.
One less. 9. Two less, 11.
Oh. Well, that's good news for our 3 double clears. Tough news for Roberto as he has the Haggard fence down. He's there in a very, very good time. McLean Ward, let's not forget, still our fastest around this track in 46.93 for 4 faults. Roberto, in another circumstance, he might have been able to push on. He didn't decide to. And he's going to stop the clock 48.95. So with the 4 faults over 2 rounds, that goes into 6th. 3 clears, McLean Ward, Rowan Willis, and now Roberto Terran-Tefour are our top 6.
Second and third with 3 left to go. Another rider for the USA now. It's Lacey Gilbertson for the USA riding Colin van Vennehoff.
So a rider who took over the lead from Roberto Terran just a couple of horses later was Lacey Gilbertson. Lacey's our next to go with Seabrook LLC's Colin van Vennehoff. So we were hearing Lacey had an incredible, probably 12 months, but also certainly a Wellington season this spring. The best result coming as second, I think you said, in the Nations Cup Grand Prix, CSIO week.
This is an amazing partnership for the U.S. right now.
Yeah, we look at the quality of the horses and riders we have here tonight. Let's not forget the USA took a Nations Cup victory, an important one down in Mexico yesterday evening as well. So that's another 4 or 5 good horse and rider combinations. 18 seconds at the Haggard.
This is a quick turn. Come on, Lacey.
8 put her right on the left-hand side of the first part of the double, but she drifted over to the center of the second part to try and make up ground. 48.03 to beat.
She's got it. She's got it.
All the way.
Look at the crowd.
47.16 for Lacey Gilbertson to go into the lead over those two veterans of the sport, championship veterans for Ireland, Shane Sweetnam and Connor Swell. Fantastic result for Lacey. They say what a season she's having, and we heard in her interview earlier on how she puts it all down to the partnership that she has with this wonderful little horse.
The crowd just erupting, giving her all the respect.
So Lacey Gilbertson is guaranteed a podium result. She can finish no lower than third. Daniel Blumen doesn't seem old enough to be calling Daniel Blumen a veteran of the sport, but he is, especially when you compare him to 27-year-old Alex Matz, who comes at the end of the draw as well. This hugely experienced combination. Now, I have to say, I was absolutely caught out when they won the Hampton Classic, because they didn't look like they were traveling as fast as the others, but I looked at the clock then suddenly went, oh, we're on here.
Wow.
How did he do that? First to be really up there with McLean's time at the Haggard fence, but Lacey Gilbertson had a great run home.
He's there.
47.16 to beat. It always feels like you've got a lot of time, then it's a couple of strides onto the timers that makes the difference. 46.34, he's done it.
Second last year, but he's looking like he wants first this year.
Listen to that rumble from the audience. They're clapping, they're stamping their feet, they're loving it here this evening at the Invitational. Daniel Blumen and Gemma in the lead, 1 to go. He might be part of the thoroughbred community of Fairhill, Maryland, but my goodness. Daniel's whipping up the crowd as he heads out of the ring. As I say, our last man to go. His father, a Kentucky Derby trainer. And Alex himself, an increasingly successful young gun of the US jumping sport. Showed that last night with a podium finish in the Speed Cup. Is he going to follow up with a podium finish tonight, and which step will it be?
He has the foot speed. Oh.
Daniel Blumen wins. 5 double clears over the 2 rounds, but Alex, if he's faster than McLean in 46.93 and has nothing further down, would take over 6th place. Number 46 is what he needs to be faster than. 46.93. I think he's just going to be a shade slower. McLean will probably take the 6th place finish. 48.81. It's going to be 8th in the final analysis for Alex Matz and Cashew. And our winner, therefore, is the Israeli championship rider, Daniel Blumen and Gemma W. 46.34, the fastest round of anyone, and they do it with a double clear. The blue ribbon is already on, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is to take the rapturous applause of the Rolex Stadium crowd. Israel's champion, Daniel Blumen and Gemma, victorious in the Kentucky Invitational Grand Prix presented by Haggard Equine Medical Institute here tonight. Charlie, great class.
Oh, amazing class. Amazing class. It faster and faster, and you can really feel the crowd riding every fence.
the reaction, I mean, Daniel was getting them going, no doubt about it. But as soon as he touched ground after the last, they not only started clapping, but you could hear the rumble as they started stamping their feet. I've never been to a Big Blue game. Have you been to UK basketball? So I feel like, you know, we had maybe something of that here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great night of show jumping. Lacey Gilbertson, also amazing.
Fantastic. And you know, that purple patch, that on a roll, you know, when you just get into a groove with your horse and everything's going right for you, you feel unbeatable, and then you become unbeatable.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great show jumping, great course, 5 double clear.
Yeah, Guy Georges does it again. Well, we are hopefully going to hear from Daniel in just a few moments, but let's remind ourselves, those 5 double clears, Jess Mendoza, Connor Swell, Shane Sweetenham, Lacey and Daniel, the 5 on 4 faults over 2 rounds. Now, McLean, Alex Matz, Roberto Theran, Rodrigo Pessoa, they had their 4 faults in the second round. Rowan had his in the first round, so he kind of moves up from 10th to 7th, if you look at it that way, in terms of the final analysis in the Kentucky Invitational Grand Prix. But a wonderful class, just the one rider coming through with any faults at all into the second round, and he still remains very, very competitive, of course, when it is the likes of Rowan Willis and Blue Movie. But what a victory for Daniel Blumen and Gemma W here tonight in the Kentucky Invitational Grand Prix. Our thanks so much to Haggard Equine Medical Institute. The preparations are underway for the formal podium presentation after that immediate victory gallop, but we are able to catch up with our winner. Daniel Blumen is with Stephen.
Well, Daniel Blumen down with me, and success here in the Rolex Stadium here in Kentucky. Daniel, I'm sure delighted with that. I don't need to ask.
Yeah, you know, Gemma is such a fantastic horse, and to win tonight with this great atmosphere, and I really wanted to win it. You know, I told you yesterday, you know, when we were walking the course last year, I think she was in great shape to win, and I didn't ride the jump off well. I think tonight I did, and she delivered once again.
Where did you think you just pulled out the extra bits there tonight?
You know, it's hard to say, but I think that she's become really fast all over the place. You know, I think from 1 to 2 I already was fast. I think everywhere she's just really, as she gets experience, she understands the job, and you know, she's been winning jump offs in the last year, and feeling comfortable, and I'm feeling comfortable, and it sort of can make a plan that fits her. We know each other well, and she's such an incredible mare.
I can see always you enjoy a victory.
I do enjoy a victory. We work hard. You know, we put a lot of effort, and I love my horses very much. Take care of them as best as I can, and not only for me, but for them and for the team. You know, the grooms and everyone behind the organization. These wins mean a lot, and on top of it, you have a crowd like the one you have here. It just brings the energy up. So yeah, great night.
Well, Daniel, let's expel a bit more energy in that lap of honour. Good luck. Well done. Enjoy the presentation.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Daniel Blumen.
But as Stephen says there, it is going to be awards coming up, and let's remind ourselves of the winning round from Daniel Blumen of Israel here tonight. Join us for the formal ceremonies after these short messages. Welcome back to the Kentucky Horse Park, where we have just concluded the Kentucky Invitational Grand Prix presented by Haggard Equine Medical Institute. Daniel Blumen and Gemma W took the victory over 2 rounds of jumping with a 0 score, faster than any of the other double clears, with Lacey Gilbertson and Shane Sweetenham pushed down into 2nd and 3rd place respectively. But this is an incredibly experienced horse that's done so much at the top level of the sport. Daniel and Gemma would have looked like firm favourites had there been a betting market here in the Invitational. But you can just see, even with all his victories all around the world, how much it meant to the Olympian Daniel Blumen there. Charlie Jane alongside me. Charlie, we riffed a little bit before just about the class, but also some of those young guns. Lacey Gilbertson and Alex Matz right in the mix there for US show jumping.
Absolutely. I mean, this was a great night for US show jumping. I think it got faster and faster. The crowd was unreal, as you heard roaring at the end. We don't get that very much. That was amazing. And, you know, it was great at the end. Daniel just rode a fantastic round.
And, you know, you're now a native of Lexington, Kentucky. You live here. It must be really fun. You know, you have so many shows here in the horse park, but to have a show like this.
This magnitude, this exposure, and also multidisciplinary, right? I mean, we have one of the biggest shows for eventing finishing up tomorrow.
Well, as ever, an awesome night of sport here in the Kentucky Horse Park as the Kentucky Invitational Grand Prix presented by Hagyard Equine Medical Institute concludes under the setting sun of the Bluegrass. And what an exceptional winner we've had. Let's do it all again next year. Join us then for the Kentucky Invitational Grand Prix.